Like, have you ever like the Japanese title for this movie is Sen Chichiro no Kamakakushi, and we talked about this before, but have you ever heard of the word Kamakakushi?
Well, I think we were talking about this word a little bit. I had never heard of it before today. Put it like that.
Okay, so I mean, we both are familiar with the term kami, and you pointed this out to me, but it basically means like spirits. Kamakakushi is essentially the literal translation is to be spirited away, which is obviously why the English title is Spirited Away. But it essentially refers to an incident of being kind of captured or moved to a mysterious world by a spirit, or a god or a demon. And the term is kind of like a folklore term that's used to represent kind of like villagers like kind of just like leaving the village and just like going off into the forest and to not be really heard of, and then to come back kind of changed in some way. It's kind of like a recurring theme in Japanese folklore, which is kind of interesting.
Okay, so just to ask an obvious question, it sounds like this is not a euphemism for like death or something.
So some people kind of interpret it like you go like some people interpret it that way, but usually it's you're actually going into like a spirit world. You're not
And
necessarily
is this a
dying.
good thing or a bad thing?
It depends on the interpretation, but I think generally it's considered kind of neutral. I don't really think I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily considered bad or good. I think it depends on the situation.
Okay, but it's sort of an abduction by a spirit. You're brought into another world. It sounds like maybe there'd be like a moral here, something you're going to learn from going to the spirit world.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a kind of like general like folklore framework, just kind of like this process of being captured and taken to another world and having either lessons or some aspect like that. I think traditionally it's boys who are taken to this spirit realm.
Hmm.
Um, Yeah, and also the term comes from kind of like the people who've noticed this child is missing. It's not necessarily about this person's actual experience, at least traditionally. But Spirited Away by Miyazaki kind of is like one of the first like explorations of what this journey is actually about. So that's kind of like the basis of it from the Japanese folklore at least.